Hello, this is Diamond Rivera from Latin Chronicles, and here with me, a special guest, is Mr. Charlie Garcia, also known as Mr. Candela. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Thank you. One thing I can say is that in this scene that we have a lot of people that change the game. But I truly believe that you revolutionized the game because you've made people more accountable for what they do. And I mean is that you have a sense of urgency on that floor is I'm going to take this over and I'm going to inspire you at the same time. My first question for you would be, what moment made you see that this was the lifestyle you wanted to stay in and travel?
Right. So growing up, my family, they have a nightclub. They call it Saucisson. And all my life, that's what I saw. I never was interested in it until I got old enough and I understood what they were doing. And this one night, I ended up at my mom's nightclub. I met Marino La Rumba, and I saw him dancing, and he just expressed himself in a way that I never seen anyone else do. And that just made me want to be able to express myself.
And when you first started dancing, was it automatically salsa that was the first option, or was it more styles that led up to it?
It was a bunch of styles. When I first started dancing, I was probably 8 years old, and I did a little bit of tap dancing. I tried ballet, but I wasn't that good at it. I did hip-hop for a long time, and then I joined another company not too long after when I was 13, did Bollywood and a bunch of other dance forms.
So we see that you're extremely well-rounded, and that is awesome because a lot of dancers sometimes only focus on one thing. My next question would be, where do you actually see the scene nowadays in terms of creativity?
That's an interesting question. I feel like, there are two mentalities out there. There's the abundance mentality, and then there's the scarcity mentality. There are people out there who believe there's enough for everyone, and there's people out there who believe there isn't enough for everyone.
Yes.
And I think at this point, the main guys, or the heavy hitters in the salsa scene, I don't think they feel that there's enough for everyone, and it's a little bit tight. I don't see a lot of people coming up and trying to be different. I see a lot of people coming up and trying to be them.
Yes.
Right? So instead of being inspiring by the great dancers out there, they just copy and paste, Mm-hmm. And I think it's important that you do copy, but you improve it and you revolutionize it, like you said.
Yes. And what would you tell a person that wanted to get into this profession, as we see as salsa, mambo? What would you tell them?
I would tell them to do it for fun. Don't do it because someone is forcing them to do it. Do it because they enjoy it, and they want to have the best time, the time of their life. Don't do it to be better than anyone else. Do it to be the best you that there is.
Perfect. And also, we know that at Alex El Maestro's events at Candela Fridays, you are the premier instructor there. How does it feel to teach there with various students coming into your zone every time?
It's an honor. Alex is one of the best DJs that I know. He has a talent, and he exposed me to a lot of people out there in the world, and I'm telling you, I'm just super honored and humbled to be there and to be known as Mr. Candela.
Yes, and also too, besides Mr. Candela, you actually have your own dance school. Am I wrong? Is it called Creative Movement?
Yes, we call it Creative Movement.
Yes, and could you give a little more detail on what to expect with Creative Movement?
So first off is the environment. So I grew up in a Latin family. I'm Latino all the way 100%, and we believe in unity. And we encourage each other, we support each other, and we protect each other. We're not out there to stab anyone in the back, and the environment is very important. So when you come here, all you can expect is to grow. I want you to grow, we want you to grow, and that's the environment that I'm pushing to create and that I want to promote all over the world.
That is amazing. Also, too, we've seen that you've traveled everywhere from D.C. Oh my God, there's so many places. Can you actually give us an idea of what to expect when we see Charlie Garcia on the dance floor?
Like I said, you're gonna see someone who's inspired and who wants to grow and who wants you to grow. So I'm always gonna put myself out there, as your friend. Mm-hmm. So one, I'll be your friend, I'll be your mentor. And I think that's what you'll see in your events. You'll see someone who's there to help you grow and to promote you, us, as a family.
Yes, it's great. That is man, just hearing that is almost inspiring. And what can we honestly expect from you, Charlie, in the future?
I don't know how to answer that, man. Well, I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm a hard worker, very determined, and I wouldn't say like I'm competitive to be better than anyone else, but I'm very, very competitive, and I want my name to be out there just as much as anyone else's name is out there. And I want to do great things, so expect great things.
That is great. And also, have you noticed that from you performing for years that you've actually inspired almost a new generation of male dancers? Do you see that?
I mean, I didn't for a long time, but then I started following people back on Instagram and Twitter, and I'd see people like, yo, I'm doing the Charlie jump, and that just makes me laugh, and it humbles me. Again, I'm glad that I was able to do that, and I want to continue to do that all over the world.
Yes, and we're actually almost done here, but I want to know as well, right now, who are your true inspirations? Either dance, in life?
So I would say someone who inspires me is, let me think about that real quick, bro. What's his name? Okay, I like a lot musicians. Like, let's talk about artists, singers. I really respect Chris Brown.
Yes.
Because of his story, his history and the way that he's flipping himself, to be a great person. And also Miguel. I like that he's like so different, so down to earth. He's so educated. I think education is key. I'm sure like a lot of historical figures thought so too, and I'm gonna push that. I'm gonna promote that. Get educated. And as far as dancers, I really, really support Adolfo in La Cochea. As far as mentors, I feel like he's like one of the only people out there who want you to be the best. And he's very selfless. He'll give you a lot. He'll support you. He'll give you good advice. And then not only that, but I feel like his routines are like top 3. What I mean?
That is
a
very strong statement. Especially, we have thousands of dancers all over the world, and to have a gentleman like Adolfo to be in the scene for many years and still inspire people like yourself is truly spectacular. I would actually like to leave you with this quote. We see that a lot of people try to be the best, but I, through my eyes, see you as a person that works to be the greatest. And that is hard to come by because everyone wants fame. But many people find it hard to leave a legacy. And I believe in my heart that you will be a legend. And from knowing you many years, I can say you've inspired me ever since I met you.
I'm so humbled, bro. Like, you're gonna make me tear up.
Oh man,
I think that's something that's super important. Everyone wants it, but no one wants to work for it.
Exactly.
There's no handouts. If you want to be a legend, you gotta work hard.
Yes, that is definitely true. Well, again, Charlie Garcia, aka Mr. Kanda, I want to thank you so much for this interview. And any last words before we go?
Thank you to Latin Chronicles. I appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoyed the class, man.
Yes, and be sure that we will have some videos, postings of his class.
Cool.